Hello and welcome to the Bridge Live. My name is Rahul Kargal. We come to you live on the sidelines of the bilateral series between India and Germany that has just concluded in New Delhi at the Major Dhyan Chand National Stadium. India got the better of Germany 5 goals to 3 to level the series 1-1. But soon after that, there was a shootout to decide the eventual winner, with Germany, of course, went on to win 3-1 to emerge winners of this bilateral series. I've got with me Pritish, who is on the sidelines at the Major Dhyan Chand National Stadium. Pritish, thank you for joining us. Yes, Pratish. Thank you for joining us at short notice. That was some game there, wasn't it? Quite a turnaround for India.
Yeah, exactly. It was a very frantic game, I would say. Dramatic from the start, India started well, but then Germany played well for 2 quarters. And in the third quarter, it was mayhem. I would say two field goals, two penalty corner goals, and the crowd going nuts. So it was a crazy game overall, and the shootout drama followed after that.
Yeah, we'll come to the shootout in just a bit, but Germany took the lead, and then India had to bank on Harmanpreet Singh yet again. He came to the fore with his penalty corners, and then all hell broke loose in quarter three, isn't it? 4 goals in that particular quarter. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so basically till the third quarter, I think India was already down 1-0, and the crowd was kind of sleepy at that point of time, and I don't blame them because India was poor in the second quarter. And the third quarter started, and it started Sukhjeet's first goal where he tapped in a field goal, and then Harman came like he brought back the crowd to life with two of his drag flicks, one of them on the top of the net, and another one in the bottom corner.
And I think the goal of the game was the one that Abhishek scored, isn't it? He received a true through ball, he trapped it, turned around, and bang into the back of the net. That must have been quite a goal to watch live.
Absolutely, that's the most audacious goal of the series, and that's Abhishek. That's Abhishek for you. His shot making abilities in the shooting circle is insane, one of the best in the country at the moment, and he showed us why that is there.
Yes, and because this is a bilateral series, and because Germany won the first game and India, of course, won the second game, the overall series was tied at 1-1, and they employed a shootout to decide the eventual winner. And there was a bit of a controversy there, isn't it? I think the German goalkeeper was complaining, or rather appealing, that when India did score, the 8-second time limit was breached. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, it wasn't breeze, it was close, like very close, and I don't blame Danberg for thinking that the 8 second time window was over, but it wasn't. So yeah, he was just basically complaining about that it's over. But the video referral, when he took the referral, the video referee also saw the same thing, and it was like on time.
Correct. And Germany did eventually prevail in that shootout by 3 goals to 1 to pocket the bilateral series. India, I think when they got to that particular shootout, they'd already put their hands up as if to say, we've had enough for the night. But the Germans were pretty intense right through. And tell us a bit about this German squad. It's not the one that played at the Olympics. This was largely made up of under 21 players, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is basically the players are from the majority of them are from the junior World Cup winning squad of Germany, and the goalkeeper, especially Danberg, he won World Cup last year in Bhubaneswar in the similar fashion where he was brilliant in shootout. So it was not the first Germany team, but it was experienced enough team because these guys have been regularly playing international hockey and hockey at the European circuit. So that has a good enough that experience is as good as international hockey.
And they were great to watch. They're quick on their feet. They execute turnovers extremely well, and they gave India a run for their money, especially in the first game where they blanked India 2-0 despite landing just the previous night, I understand, in New Delhi.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yesterday India was poor. Today India was not leading in the first half, but India was still playing much better than what India played yesterday. And I think a lot has to do with the with the like weather, I would say, but it's not an excuse at all for anyone because they train usually in Bangalore where the weather is little milder than Delhi. But think of German team who came all the way from Europe, taking a long flight, then sitting here and coming and playing and defeating India in the first game. So I think, but yeah, I mean, India overall, it was a bilateral series, a fun series to have, and both teams were experimenting with their squads, and I think it was a good experiment for both of them.
Yeah, and it was good that India bounced back after missing as many as 7 penalty corners in the first game. They didn't quite turn up in the first game, but India turned things around in quarter three to give the crowd something to cheer about. And you also mentioned that this was a game or series for India to experiment. What will be the takeaways for India from this series? I think we've lost Pritish there momentarily. We'll just give him a moment to come back, and plenty of takeaways for India from that series. There was a fair amount of experimentation. A couple of youngsters were given a go. Pritish, if I can just ask you once again, what were the takeaways for India from that series?
So India tried a lot of PC variation which didn't work for India, including Amit Rohidas, including Sanjay. It really didn't work. But the good takeaways were the two debutants, which I really liked watching them, Rajinder and Aditya. Both of young guys. Rajinder was very good yesterday in the midfield. And today Aditya he didn't score a goal. He didn't have a sizable contribution, but he was good in patches and that was promising. So I think it's the part of the plan of Coach Craig Fulton that he's saying that he's building the next core for next World Cup and next Olympics. I think that is it.
And given that you are at the venue and you were there yesterday as well, I've got to ask you about the crowd. There were thousands that turned up, isn't it, to watch this particular game? And remember, international hockey returned to Delhi after a decade long hiatus. So tell us a bit about the crowd in the stands, Pritish.
Yeah, so it was a pleasant surprise. I didn't expect people to turn up at 3 p.m. on a working day during working hours, but it was really good. And yesterday also, today also, it was a sizable crowd to say the least. But I think Hockey India should make more moves to get international hockey to Delhi because definitely there is a crowd here to watch it.
Yes, and I believe Dilip Turkey, who heads the federation now, just mentioned yesterday that the goal is to take international hockey to the nook and corner of the country. Pritesh, thank you for joining us at short notice. I do believe you've got to go attend the press conferences, so we'll let you go at the moment. Thank you for bringing that live report.
Thank you so much, Rahul. I'll see you. Thank you.
All right, yeah, we'll let you go and attend those press conferences. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, India managed to level the series 5-3 in the second game. And at the end of the second game, there was a shootout that was employed to decide the eventual winner of the bilateral series. And Germany pumped 3 goals. In comparison, India managed just one in the shootout, so Germany ended up winning the bilateral series. But plenty of positives for India. India tried new combinations in the penalty corner variation, like Pritish mentioned. There were a few new combinations that India employed, and more importantly, this game signaled a comeback to New Delhi in terms of international hockey. Thank you very much for joining this particular live broadcast. This was a presentation of The Bridge. Live coverage of Indian sports will continue on thebridge.in. My name is Rahul Kargal. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next broadcast. Thank you.